Hi, it's Chris, and welcome back to the scene. Today I got a big box in from Massachusetts, and this is from Mr. Dominic. And inside, I think it's a 4000 board to recap and install some sim sockets. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Ladder opener of choice. Always cut away from you. Oh wow, return shipping. Awesome, dude. I don't know. Wonderful. It says, hey Chris, I finally got a chance to get an Amiga 4040. I'm sending you the motherboard and the 3640 card. The ROMs are version 3.0, which you can keep. I also sent a set of 3.2 ROMs that I tested for you to install. There is little damage to where the battery was, and it looks like it was neutralized. I think it leaked under the SIM sockets. So there's a bag with new SIM sockets, and the memory that came with it is also in this bag. I've added some goodies to this that you might be able to use. A OpalVision board, 4 blank 27C 4100 EEPROMs, and a Raspberry Pi 3B with power supply. As always, thank you for keeping the Amiga alive. Regards, Dom, and an Amiga logo. Thank you very much for those donations. I greatly appreciate it. Never used an OpalVision board because they were locked into their little Opal Paint and Opal programs that it provided. There was supposed to be a roaster chip or something like that for the OpalVisions that made them an RTG card, and that's where I left off on it. Wow, you even kept a box, power supply, and a Pi 3. Thank you for that. So the OpalVision card here, it's like a graphics card, but it's not. There's where that roaster chip was supposed to go. I don't think it ever came out. Does anybody know if the roaster chip ever came out? Special effects, VLSI roaster. And this was supposed to turn this into an actual RTG card. It had a Genlock expansion and a scan rate converter expansion. You got an RGB port, and I think there was supposed to be a VGA here at one time. I don't know. And this kind of was a unique product, and there was some board that went here too. So here's the SIM sockets. So here's the 3640. Hope it doesn't have the acid etch on 102, which is this guy in the corner, because if this cap leaks, it goes into the internal layer of the 040 and bonds it, and you're never fixing it. You gotta get a new board. You can transplant all the chips. Mr. Paul Resendez will attest to that. But these are leaky. That's great. Doesn't look too bad though, so we're gonna catch her early. Remember, 105, 106, 107 are silk screen incorrect, so the assembly plant at the old Commodore factory would put these on based on the silk screen. But those 3 capacitors were incorrect. Negative is positive. So we got to flip those around. Here are 4 MX series ROMs in the 4100 series. New self-burn kickstart ROMs marked low and high. Very nice. The RAM. Anybody else in the pool? Okay. Whoop! There's nothing else in there. Here is our specimen. And shizzle.
This isn't bullshit.
Do you have any idea how disrespectful that is?
Alright, so apparently it works, so I'm going to leave that alone. Let's take a peek at this girl. Let's just soak in this love. Look at that. That is not repaired. That's just still etched battery acid. We're going to get these posts out, and I'm going to put a socket in there for you and give you a rechargeable lithium battery. Audio land caps. DAC. Good. Bulgy? Is that bulgy? Let's push that back down, pretend we didn't see it. 3 of 4 standoffs. I'm going to pull these out because they are hard as a rock. And I'll lose them. We have a Super Buster 09. Something just fell off the foot. Capacitors, how are we doing? How you doing, capacitors? Not too bad, actually. Except this one. U891 looks like utter crap. Look at that. Oh, that's just wonderful. Wonderful. Clock trimmer. Not too bad. Acid looks like it ran right up here. Let's check the inside. If she's as green right here, I bet you she's smushed on the other side. The ports are green as the bottom of the ocean. Here's another look at that battery damage side. You can see, I don't know if that's repaired. If I touch that, it's going to disintegrate. I'm going to have to be extremely careful in removing the SIM sockets. So what I'm going to do as a preliminary is I am going to fire this up as is. We're going to get the rubber mats out and ground ourselves off and all that razzmatazz. I do have the prism bracelet on the old cankle, in case you're wondering. Yeah, so we're going to fire this up on an initial test just to see what it does. I'm going to put like a couple megs of RAM in, so I'll do the chip RAM, of course, and I'll do something else in bank 1, and we'll see what we get if it does not recognize this RAM. It's a good probability that 891 has bit the farm. So this is a little bit of a problem. Oh God, we have exposed busted traces here. And yeah, the 3 lines for the ID, IDE light, and activity that runs that little chip over here are screwed up. This is a flipping wreck. I'm gonna have to be very careful with that. When you get these ashiness, you got to be careful because it makes the board brittle and thin. For this test, I'm using the SIL 4000 ATX power converter with my Slimline ATX power supply. It never says that it worked. I did text him and ask him, this is just a recap, right? The board works. This is just trying to sit here and boot, by the way. It's still on. And dead. Dead. So this is just a recap, right? Yes, and I need the SIM sockets replaced. I'm sending with it. So that's 580 plus solder points. Fun, fun. He goes, sorry. At least it comes up with the floppy. Okay. So he says it comes up with the floppy. Alright. Well, it ain't doing shit. I think this switch might have died in the ASIL adapter. I gotta use the amiga kit adapter. Not a finger. Horrid, horrid shape. Yeah, this doesn't work, dude. He says at least it has the floppy. Well, let it sit for a second. It shouldn't take this long, but Crimson Tide. Amiga test kit's in the drive, and it doesn't boot the Amiga test kit. It doesn't do anything. So 177's hanging on by a damn thread. Somebody fiberglass penned it. I see a broken 976 leg. I'm just going to ignore that for now. This is in way worse shape than what you tell me. So recap and SIM sockets turned into a death run. So it's going to need an op amp too. Op amp. With fast RAM in it, it's really borked up because 891 is just a lovely shade of death. So this board, while it sort of is alive, it is not functional. This don't work for nothing. Alright. So let's pull all this damn RAM out because it doesn't work anyway. Okay, back to original chip RAM. This should boot almost instantly with ATK in the external drive and nothing else except chip RAM. It should just go blip, but it's not because the circuitry over here is just ashed out. And if I touch it, it's going to destroy it. I mean, destroy it. It is so ashed out. This is not fixed. This was battery snipped and they shoved it in a closet and sold it. And said, hey, I repaired the battery damage. No, you didn't. Nobody's done a thing to this board in 30 years. Yeah, U177 doesn't have any pads to make connectivity. And what I mean, it doesn't, no. Nope, 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 sorry. This is going to be 40 plus hours of work that I'm not doing. Let me zoom into this pickle and I'm going to show you why this one's probably going back. Number one, I was told it was a simple recap and it worked. This is 177. See these black things? Well, they used to be copper. All of these, there's no connect, it's all ate off. There's nothing in there. It's just literally Nothing. There's nothing to connect to. It's not paint. This is that was a data line. They run all over the place. And there's nothing to run them to because I would have to wire every single pin. So far, this whole side, where am I? This whole side is dead, all 8. And I can guarantee you this whole side is dead. You can see a little bit of blackness in the middle there. That used to be copper too. And then there's resistor packs, and then, oh, flip her over to her backside, and you get the bottom of that area. Yeah, that's all gone. This is destroyed and ate up. You can see the mess here. It's still got acid in it. Broken lines everywhere. Broken lines over here, down here. Yeah, this is way worse than I was described. Yeah, if you told me everything worked, you told me it worked, maybe to your thing it doesn't work. This side of your board looks fine. It's just the area that you need, which is freaking like Wire City. It's going to be a flippin' mess. I'm going to take some high resolution photos and send a Facebook Messenger. Don't have a contact email address, and I'll get back to you if I choose to do this or not. One thing I can do is I can recap your 3640, and I will return your ROMs and your Opal Vision board and your Raspberry Pi back to you, because I can't accept that donation when I'm not fixing your board. Not that I couldn't fix it, I just don't have the 60 plus hours of my life that it would take me to repair all those traces and all their places and the damage level. She is, like, I don't say this often, but she is so bad. She is re-Amiga worthy. I don't do that. That's a Hertel thing. You think 60 hours for me? This would take me a year to do. So yeah, it's not looking nice. I did replace J500 and J502 jumpers for you. I've seen some whoppers in my day. Putting these pegs back in too, by the way, so you can have your pegs back. 1, 2, 3. Three pegs back. You see that? 1, 2, 3. I will recap this for you. Maybe you can sell this and pay for that. This isn't a business. This is a hobby. There's no copper left on any of the traces. Anywhere in the clock circuit at all. Above U215 up here near the gals. It doesn't get better until up here. So all of this is gone on this side. I don't even know about the main data bus to Alice or the Buster. And you don't know what you're getting to when you get the SIM sockets off. I'm sure they're toast. There's silkscreen coming off in my hand. This is not paint. This is not mask. This is still live acid. They're sitting there, but if I were to take them off, all of those pads would just lift right off. There's nothing holding them into the board except a prayer and a hope. And then once you get into that level, it's spaghetti noodle, and you'd have a big ball of spaghetti and hot snot here. And it would look horrible. And that's just the top. You still got all the bottom crap to deal with. Can you see the acid etch on here? Like from here all the way around, all the way to here. There's blue. It's a big, nice mess. You might. Here's my girl Lorena with the silver, so I can spread her wide. Yep. 5 caps. They're all 1622. So we're just gonna give them a snip. 1, 2. They're hard as a rock. 3. The problem child. Man, that was crunchy dry. 4. 5. This one's so crunchy, it's like got brown inside. Let me show you this. Never mind. It's literally brown inside. Look at that. See the plastic thing right here? It's like, instead of rubber, it's like a piece of plastic. Well, there it goes. And it's really hard. You can see the, get off. You can see the amount of leak here on the bottom of the cap. So she was due. There you go. It's a little better view. She was due. Didn't cause any major damage, but you know, she was due. So here's C106, leaky. 105, right here, below the crystal, leaky. 107, leaky. 102B, the Booker, leaky. And 102E. See that? Leaky. So those 5 caps did leak. Tester 186, no clean. My Aven debrader, which I love this thing. Aven Desoldering Wick, A-V-E-N. Find this on the old Amazon store. Really nice stuff. First I'm going to braid off these remaining legs. Now let's look at our removal stuff. There's 106 in the corner. A little bit of wetness here. Very nice. 102E and 107, 102B. This guy right here on 107 is just the ever slightest, not the prettiest girl at the prom. Touch her with a fiberglass pen. Abrasive, but so light of an abrasive. It'd be like being kissed with like scrubbing a cotton ball. So there you go. See how it's a lot better now, I'm bright. And I'll just go and touch up anybody I see that's acting like they don't want to play nice. So there you go, all cleaned up, and that little cap right here that was green is now not. Wrong example. C102B, negative, negative, nothing, negative, positive. See? Negative, positive, negative, positive. So 5, 6, and 7 are flipped. Good ball. There we go. Kind of an OCD thing. Alright, so here we go. We're going to look at my work. Critique me, if you will. That's fine. I can take it. Alright, so 106, you can see the positive silk screen is on the bottom, but the negative mark of the black, well, brownish tan poo-poo line is here. Reversed. 105, same up here. Positive mark is to the left, therefore our ground plane is there. 107, same thing. Positive mark to the left, there's our ground. These are normal on the 102B and up here. 102B and E are normal. Cool. And that's it. That's the 3640. Whoa. That's the 3640 recapped in good quality, high quality. I mean, I don't do organic polymers on these. You could, but they're like $3 per capacitor, and I try to buy Panasonic's or Nichicon in bulk. So I'm going to send this back to Mr. Dom, and hopefully I'll get some notification I can share with you in the future about its new life. Maybe plop in a photo, because I edit and film way off. So when you're probably watching this, hopefully I release it, this will be way in the past for you. And if I have any updates, I'll put a photo in, like right here. So that's all I got. At least she's going to live on as a phoenix, and that's all I got for now. Thanks for watching on this sort of okay half journey. We saved the CPU today. How about that? That's a little bit of success. Stay tuned for future videos and hopefully less damaged things in the future. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something.
What do you know from funny, you bastard?